Assalamualaikum everyone. So in this video, I want to show you guys how it is to do Ramadan in Medina. I, as a Medina student, have the blessing to do Ramadan in Medina, and I want to show you guys how it is. I'll take you guys from Suhoor, how classes are during Ramadan, the changes in times, Iftaar at the Harem, Tarawih, and some advice I would give to every Muslim to uphold during this blessed month. I hope you guys enjoy, and Assalamu alaikum. Hey everyone, as you can see my bed head. Right now it's Iftaar time. Right now it's Suhoor time. I have my coffee right here. It's on my left hand because I'm filming on my right hand, so you know it's not gonna drink it right now. But yeah, usually for Suhoor I I don't eat a lot. Usually I'll just have a cup of coffee as per usual, and maybe like 3 dates and water. I don't really have a lot for Suhoor. However, it is a sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ to actually have Suhoor. Interestingly, some people they're very macho, Sigma male, I'm not gonna eat anything, blah. And it's like, well, it's sunnah of the Prophet to eat something for Suhoor. He would eat something for Suhoor, and we're not better than him. So for Suhoor, just gonna finish this, my dates, and then I'm just gonna go to the masjid. There's my masjid. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. Now, heading out to the masjid. Really easy to pray Fajr, I guess, when everyone has to wake up for Suhoor, right? I just prayed, guys, and I'm heading back to my humble abode. It's very dark, but the light is upon us. That's the light. And right now, usually after Fajr, I like staying up, but not during Ramadan here. No way. I'm with 2 hours of sleep. That's why in Medina they do school later, which I will get to the next section once I go to school, when school starts. But yeah, they do it later because it's tiring here. You usually stay up all night praying and reading Quran or going on YouTube, but I guess it doesn't stop during Ramadan, right guys? I'm just joking. Anyway, I'm going to sleep and see you guys at school. Jamia Islamia. During Ramadan, they change the time for school. School usually starts in the morning at 8 o'clock. However, during Ramadan, they change it to 10 o'clock. And instead of each class being 50 minutes, they're only 30 minutes. And thank God. It is so hard because you'll see at night, inshallah, when I show those bits, that Medina is very active at night during Ramadan. All the restaurants are opened, and people finally have time to go hang out with people. They go to people's houses. You really do get the Ramadan vibe here, I have to say, way more so than in America. It is really good that they shortened the time and started later, because man, it's so hard. Because by the time you finish Tarawih, get back home with the traffic, meet up with people, or whatever you have to read Quran, it's really hard to wake up. And they have to wake up before Suhoor. So yeah, guys, see ya. See, this is the Mahad, everyone. Well, back of it. It would be great if somebody did a tour of the Islamic University of Medina. Oh, somebody did. Right here. Shameless plug-in. This is, I'm just gonna go now. Hey everyone, I'm under a stairwell filming this because the light's good. Also, I don't like filming in front of everyone. It feels like you're a YouTuber anyway, which I am. So we just had 2 classes. Well, the second guy didn't come, but the first one we did. It was 30 minutes, very short and condensed. It's only 30 minutes, perfect timing, less time. It's all good. So right now the only class I did do was Tawheed. And right now I'm going to go to Qira'ah and Ta'abir, reading comprehension and expression. So yeah guys, see you after class. Hey, assalamualaikum everyone. So got back from school. And yeah, classes were pretty quick. Some of my teachers didn't come. My last guy, he saw that, we basically the last teacher was like, okay, you guys can just go because last hour, first day, obviously. And yeah, now Ramadan in Medina during the day, especially after Dhuhr, is really dead. There's no durus, nothing's open, there's no people driving around as much as usual. And again, the reason why is because everyone's obviously fasting, which is a very different experience than, let's say, America. Whereas in America, it's like, you know, you can be fasting, you can be celebrating Ramadan, and everyone's still working, buzzing, and hustling because it's a different environment there. Most people are not fasting. Most people don't celebrate Ramadan. So people might not even know it's Ramadan. And I think that's the blessing of being in a Muslim country, staying here, being a student, is everyone's fasting, everyone's on the same journey as you. And I feel like when everyone's on the same journey, things are a lot easier, you know? When you feel that everyone else is fasting, no one else is eating, you know, you're not like in America where, oh, you know, everyone wants to go out for lunch, you're like, oh, I'm fasting, because, you know, you're working with non-Muslims or at school with non-Muslims. But yeah, most of the day here is kind of dead after Dhuhr. Usually people take naps after Dhuhr, like generally, but especially during Ramadan, if you don't have classes at least, because once again, you know, you go from Maghrib to the Harem, you pray Isha, then you got to do Taraweeh, which is like an hour-ish. Then by the time you get out, you get home at 10, you gotta go eat it again. And then you have to wake up before Fajr. So yeah, guys, I don't have much planned right now except reading Quran. This is one of the tips, because every video I have to have a tip. You can never have a video of just me doing a vlog. Is, especially during Ramadan, stay on top of the Quran. When it comes to reading Quran, the main thing is, so many people are focused on, I gotta finish the Quran. I gotta finish 1, 2, 3 times the Quran during Ramadan. I finished the Quran 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Oh, I finished it 4 times. And it's good to finish the Quran. I'm not saying it's not. But a lot of times we're so focused on how much we read and we don't focus on the quality of what we read. And that's more important, the quality. And it's more important to focus on how you understand the Quran, the tadabbur that you did on the Quran, and how you felt after reading it, how the Quran changed you than just putting an abstract number. Oh, I read it 2, 3 times. Obviously, you guys should read a lot of Quran during Ramadan. You guys should focus on reading in Arabic so you guys get the hasanat, and in English so you guys can understand it too. But the main goal of Ramadan is to change yourself and to do more than you usually do. One thing that I've started this month is when I read Quran, I actually have a notebook. And the notebook is, yeah, see? Right here. And this notebook is, when I'm reading the Quran, I come up an interesting verse. Or I'm like, wow, this verse connects with this verse, or this verse connects with this hadith. Instead of me just reading it and going by it, or I gotta finish the 20 pages, I'll grab this and write down the juz and what I thought about it during that time. You never know when this benefit might come to use. You know, especially for tulabul ilm, you know, maybe you're gonna give a khutbah one day. Maybe one day you're gonna teach someone, or maybe just for yourself, just for your inner self. I would really suggest for everyone to have a notebook in hand, write down a verse or couple of verses that you really like, write down some of the themes that you see throughout the Quran. Make it an active thing when reading the Quran, not just passively read it, get it out of the way. And if somebody were to ask you, oh, so what did you read? I read Juz 1. Okay, give me something beneficial. You're like, I don't know. Yeah, be active, learn, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read some Quran and probably take a nap. So I'm probably gonna see you guys when Iftar comes. So yeah, see ya. Hey everyone, it's like 30 minutes before Maghrib, and I'm gonna go over to someone's house for Iftar today. It's very common here that people would invite people out for Iftar, so I'm going over there. So I'm going over to my friend's house, but I'll show you guys the Iftar at the Harem as well, what's to be expected at the Iftar there, and yeah, see you guys there. Alrighty, this is the Harem. A lot of people, mashallah, right before the Maghrib Adhan, a little bit before. You can see how many people all lined up. It's actually really beautiful, alhamdulillah. Then in the Harem, you get so many people who are willing to give food, lay down this sofra, I don't know what it's called, whatever, with all this food and drinks and all that for everyone. This is the iftar over here. You can see some bread, yogurt, dates, water. It's really simple. Over here, you can see that this is how they built it up, take it out. They fold it all up. You know, everyone takes the leftovers so we don't throw it away, do haram. And yeah, it's a well-oiled machine, guys. How they do it. Great setup. And yeah, alhamdulillah, that was the iftar. It was really beautiful eating with a bunch of people too. I got my chai here as well, guys. This is the after party. I'm just joking. Well, this is after the iftar. People just hanging out, having some chai. Alhamdulillah, it's beautiful. Full transition. Assalamualaikum everyone, just finished Taraweeh. You can see the huge amount of people here. I will continue and talk about Taraweeh once I am back home, inshallah, because there's a lot of noise here. But alhamdulillah, Taraweeh was good. Taraweeh here lasts an hour-ish, not too long. I remember back in America where some of where I would pray, it would be like 3 hours with all the donations and asking for donations, stuff like that. Really long. But here, it's like an hour-ish, hour and a half. So it's not too bad. Alhamdulillah. But anyway, when there's less noise, I'll talk to you guys. So yeah, see ya. So everyone, that is Ramadan in Medina. We saw Fajr, till Iftar, till Taraweeh, and all that stuff. And one of the things that I want to talk to you guys about when it comes to Ramadan here in Medina is that for me, this is my second Ramadan in Medina, and honestly, out of all the Ramadans I've had growing up, I felt it the most here in Medina, alhamdulillah. I think the main reason why is because it's a sense of the community when you're having it here. Because when fasting, let's say in America, that's where I grew up, not everyone's fasting. Actually, majority of my friends were not fasting. When I was in university, most of my friends did not fast. They were just living their normal life, not fasting, going out for dinner, going out for lunch, and doing all that stuff. And of course, I was not fasting. This is something that a lot of Muslims growing up in the West feel like kind of a distance, especially when you go to university, where everyone is on one road and you're the only one on the specific Islamic road, or one of the minority of people there. However, when you're in Medina or any Islamic country, you really get that sense of community. Everyone's on the same journey, everyone's doing the same thing, and that's what's beautiful about it, alhamdulillah. It's one of the most beautiful things about it here. You guys saw in the video the iftar that we had in the Harem, where everyone was just there, inside, outside. It was packed with people just coming in, eating something simple, dates and a piece of bread with yogurt and like water, and that's it. Like, it was something special. But the way that people got close together so we can have more room for other people, or people would share their food with other people, and people would come up with like chai or like, coffee. That for me was something, it's so small but so beautiful. At the end of the video, I want to leave you guys off with two things, and that is, one, have a sense of community. Wherever you guys are, and majority of my people are from, the United States, UK, Europe, stuff like that. Obviously, those are not Muslim majority countries. However, you can still be in a Muslim minority country and try to have a good sense of community. During Ramadan, Friday prayers, or whatever the case may be, try to connect with your Muslim friends, try to connect with your Muslim family members, and have something together, do something together. You don't have to be in Medina to have that sense of community. But this is a month where you should also connect with your family members and friends. The second point I want to talk to you guys about is the Quran. And as you saw in my video, I showed you guys that I write down with my left hand. I write down when I read, and I want to make it a very active reading. I don't want to make it just passively. I want to finish 2 juz a day, get it out of the way. Alhamdulillah, I did it, and that's it. I don't want to just do an arbitrary number on it. I really want to try my best, especially this month, to get something new out of the Quran. And every time you read the Quran, you'll get something new. Every time. Whether that's an inner reflection, whether there's a new concept that you didn't understand before, there's always something that you get new from the Quran. And one of the best ways to go about learning something new from the Quran is doing an active reading of it. It's better to read less and it being more active and you actually getting something out of it and like writing it down and like really pondering about it than just reading it like every other month. For these couple of last days in Ramadan, I highly suggest everyone to have a notebook or just grab a pencil and mark down the ayahs that you guys really hit you and write down why they hit you. Look up the tafsir of it, look up why was it sent down, when was it sent down, and watch videos on it. There are many videos on YouTube with doing tafsirs of the Quran. That is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this Ramadan and I'll see you guys around. Assalamu alaikum.